Tonight, from Buffalo Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Jimmy Garoppolo and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they, too, were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
Well, what do we ask about players in this league? We ask them to improve from year to year, and Josh Allen did exactly that from his rookie year to year number 2. Doubled his touchdown passes from 10 to 20. One of the better running quarterbacks in the league at 9 touchdown runs. That gives him 17 in his first 2 seasons. This guy gets better and better and absolutely loves the game of football.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And they got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
2nd and 11 at the 41. This is McCaffrey on the give. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
On the carry.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers 16. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy. And
the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. 1st and goal at the 1. On the ground, McCaffrey. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Loss of 1.
With just a yard to go here on second down.
The 1-yard line.
Again, McCaffrey. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They're led out by their quarterback in his 7th season now from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And when Jimmy Garoppolo came out of Eastern Illinois, many people saw a strong-arm guy, well-schooled in the passing game, who needed a little bit of time to develop and reach his potential. Starting to go in that direction right now. A former linebacker in high school, he plays the game with a lot of toughness.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo on first down. Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we have with them.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Samuel bringing in the slant.
Garoppolo.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. That's
incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Steeler first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Derrick Henry.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. This will be caught just inside the 10. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
6-yard pickup. Brings
second and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring. Stepping up, he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jimmy Garoppolo with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. A big play there from McCaffrey. 62 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bills have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Connection made with Chenault. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Derek, no gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Taken down right at.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. From the gun, it's Allen. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brought down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. It's caught. Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Good for a Buffalo Bill.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they had scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Steelers ready for their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Again to Henry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here now Roberts. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
Not more than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Don't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. It's complete. It's Gore. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking end zone for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Julio Jones once again the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 9:03, Wes Welker.
Rarefied air. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away at second down. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, where you see the final score there. Teddy Bridgewater leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. 31-28, the final score. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team. Brandon Godden.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's Hill, complete. Garoppolo, a gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second and 4. To throw is Garoppolo. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Now Garoppolo. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Melvin Ingram racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. He had 3 of those sacks last week en route to being the AFC Defensive Player of the Week 1 right there. How do you block him now?
That's the question you think that they'd be able to answer. After having 3 the week before, you would make all the necessary adjustments in practice, but he's such an imposing force, he knows how to get to the quarterback anyway.
This is Chenault on the receiving end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Harney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt, and this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
There on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
For the ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And Gibbs got it. But he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's good.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Levante David in on the tackle. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 20-yard line.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And that will be incomplete.
Pass intended for Brandon Cooks. Incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now Allen. This is caught. It's Cooks. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Demir Bird, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Brooks Reed with a tackle.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's a man who's now 3rd all-time in rush yards, Frank Gore. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here we go.
A 1st down carry for Henry. Derrick just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Demir Bird, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
That's pretty nice to watch as he matched the route with the receiver and stayed right there, stuck to him like glue, almost hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, helped force the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep or protest out of them. That's just who they are.
The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And the Steelers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Garoppolo on 1st down. He's got Gore. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Devontae Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's the all-pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Return. The Bills take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
This is McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Todd Davis. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And this is Parker, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Frank Gore there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Malcolm Butler.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. His throw caught right around the 6. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
1st and goal.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Laviska Shenault. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Garoppolo again. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
No good.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And here come the Bills. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Looking downfield for Jones. He's got a man complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play. This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Allen to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down by 12. A little over a minute and a half remaining. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. On 1st down, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now. Drops it underneath to goal. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So Allen's going to look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. McCaffrey on the toss right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You've got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
John Johnson on the coverage.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Tonight's final score, Bill.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bills, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they dropped their 7th game on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sport.